From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the Rev Limit Sport Car Series, and it should be a good one. This is a track that I am actually relatively new to. It's Circuito De Navarra in Spain. Yeah, 15 turns of I don't know what we're going to see because these drivers, a lot of these drivers, this is also the first time that they are seeing this actually very pretty and looks like very racy racetrack. And just a little bit of a background before qualifying completes. Like I said, it is a 15-turn racetrack. We are looking at 2.44 miles. Pit road speed when they do have to pit is 37 miles per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. Our fastest lap time right now is by Ethan Reed. Ran 6 laps in qualifying with a 1:34.43 as the best for the LMP2s. Then it's Aldo Suckling with a 1:37.16, and then for the GT4s, Chris Edwards with a 1:47.54, rounding out the GT4. So there is some parity with this racetrack and these vehicles, but as qualifying is completing, let's bring in the other half of the broadcast team here. The owner of HSR Phantom Racing, making a huge acquisition that we can't talk about yet. It's Mr. Joe Hutchings.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? I figured I'd brush up on my Spanish. You know, we're in Spain, España, whatever. Anyways, hello world, I'm here. AJ, thank you for having me this evening.
Sorry, everybody. That wasn't. He didn't let me in on what he was going to do with that. But yeah,
man, we're 5 minutes into the broadcast and you're already choking. That's great. I win.
That's not good. That's not good at all. But glad to have everybody here. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, hit that like button, subscribe, follow. I want to give a absolute huge shout out to our wonderful sponsors of this league, as I am pulling it up because I don't want to get the names wrong and who they are affiliated with. So please bear with me for just a second. Overall, Transcendent Designs, they do a lot of the graphic work. They do a lot of the car schemes as well for just the series, and also helps me out with some of the thumbnails and some of the graphics you will see on the broadcast. The LMP2s, those are presented by Car Medic. The GT3s are presented by Elite Entertainment LLC, and the GT4s are presented by the WBM Racing. Oh boy. Adam Caps decides to get out of the car, jump on YouTube, and tell us it is slick tonight. That should be fun. That should be a lot of fun. For us, not them, us.
Hey, you gotta say multi-talented Adam Caps. There you go.
Yes, GT4 winner at Daytona last week, Adam Caps. But let's throw the grid up there. Joe, just watching qualifying and a little bit of practice, what are you kind of expecting for tonight's race?
a lot of cars ending up with the taillights facing forward. There's going to be a lot of spinning tonight.
Yeah.
It's slick, and you're not going to be able to get a decent heat in the tires for at least 2 to 3 laps. The start of this race is going to be entertaining, especially with that nice high speed right-hander into a double right-hander complex. It's turn one's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like I mentioned before, a lot of these drivers, this is the first time that they are seeing this racetrack or even purchased it today. I was smart before the series launched, or the season launched. I grabbed everything, took screenshots of all the track maps. I looked at it, and I'm like, okay, so there is very, very high speed portions of the racetrack that lead exactly right into very, very slow corners. And as you guys can see, all these vehicles have their lights on. Joe, we are really gonna entertain a night race here, and it's gonna be fun as we're doing a short parade lap. I can't wait for this. It is currently, what does that say, 6:12 at night.
Mm-hmm.
And Dustin Nearhoof with the pole of the LMP2s, Aldo Secklin with the pole in the 666 Ferrari in the GT3s, and Chris Edwards with the pole in the GT4s. And we are just about to get going. Thank you everybody for joining us here this evening. Let's have some fun. Throw it all into the chat. Let's hear from you, who you're rooting for. I'm AJ Polo, that's Joe Hutchings. Pace car is going to drop down onto pit road. We still have 2 more turns to go. It is a very, very long pit road.
Am I allowed to be biased?
I mean, go for it.
I got 2 hard AF cars in the back of that LMP2 field.
Yes, you do. I'm guessing Nate Orlowski and Mike Robinson is here. We go, waiting for the green flag from Barney the Flagman. There it is. And green flag is in the air, and away we go. Nearhoof with an excellent start to tonight's race, heading down towards turn number 1. Cuts the dog leg perfectly into turn number 2. Really has to slow it down. Couple contact for P2. That's Fazillo and Reed.
Looks like the GT3 field got through first couple of corners pretty clean. GT4s too.
Drop with the GT4s going into turn 2 for the first time. As it looks like Fozzie Fazillo with an accident. Let's drop it back and see what happened here. Looking at the 61, and he's just going to lose it. Cold tires on the start of the race, and he doesn't hit anything, but definitely flat spots the tire.
Hit a lot of air.
Gonna jump it back. Guillermo Parrott trying to make a pass early on Morgan Smith. That's for P4 in class, as they're gonna stay side by side. It's a great battle early on as they keep trading positions, and there goes Morgan Smith. Takes the position coming all the way to 13, 14, and then the last turn, 15.
I did notice something, AJ. They are running fixed setups.
Yes.
But that would be the reason why they are having issues on cold tires.
Dustin Nearhoof with just about 2.5 seconds faster of the first lap to Ethan Reed in P2. Dylan Neward in third, +1. Nate Orlowski +1. Michael Robinson +1. As now it looks like we have Anthony Rosa with a problem. That also might grab Jacob Quayle. Let's see what we have here. He's just going to go long. Now we're going to have to see what happened to Jacob Quayle.
Yeah, it looks like he just missed the break.
Oh, no, he stepped on it a little too hard coming out of the turn.
Just a bit outside.
And Fozzie Fuzzillo with another problem, Joe. Flipping those turtles and loops it once again. And Anthony Rosa, another one. Now, Joe, you were great explaining the GT4 cars, how they're just race models of a
Road car.
Road car, basically.
Yep, it's a road car turned into a race car.
And looks like we could have a battle for P2 as Ethan Reed and Dylan Newhart, as Newhart grabs P2 and blinks out immediately.
Ooh, blinker.
Looking to get into turn 5 up the hill towards turn number 6. Very slick this evening, as it was mentioned before. Drop it back to Austin Diltz. Got Aldo right in front of him, and Parker Dime. 1, 2, 3 within a second and a half of each other, and there's a huge train of GT3 cars. All right, now here we go. Let's jump on board with Dustin Neerhoof. Let's take a lap around Navarra from the cockpit of our race leader, the 126 LMP2 of Dustin Navarra, just to see the elevation change and these tight turns. He is flying.
So pretty much flat out through this right-hander coming into another right-hander complex. I don't know all the names of the corners because this is like the first time I'm seeing this track. But you're gonna have a long sweep corner right here, left-hander into a really, really slow, what I would pretty much consider like a little bus stop chicane.
Yeah, he's also going up the hill.
Oh yeah, we're going way uphill here. Lots of elevation change into a tight right-hander, keeping 2 tires on the race pavement so you don't get that those X's or the off track. Nice little bit back straight here into a really, really, really tight right-hander. Let the car float out to the curbs, flat out down into this tight left-hander complex.
Yeah, he's heading down to turn 12. Very tight left-hander up towards 13. GT4 getting out of the way. Good on them. That was Anthony Rosa through 14 and now into 15. Back on the front stretch, and that is a lap from the cockpit of our race leader, Dustin Neerhoof. With the fastest lap of the race as well, a 1:34.01, and Dylan Newhart in P2, a 1:34.07. These guys are all flying in those LMP2s, all within roughly 10 seconds of each other. Jay Mady with a incident on the racetrack. Trying to cut to the inside. You have the 61 of Fozzie Fuzzillo tight. Pops the curb and spins it.
Sorry, you can't park there.
I know, sir. Aiden Unger trying to close in on Cameron Lackney, running just about a second slower, but he's been able to keep it on the racetrack, while other drivers in the GT3s are experiencing some tire issues and running over these curbs, as we've seen a couple of them almost spin out after clipping the rumble strips, Joe.
Yeah, the curves nowadays in iRacing are not fun.
Austin Diltz just had to jump the pit road. Ooh.
Benny. Ooh, okay.
And he just
Oh
jumps
no!
the pit road.
Why would you do that? You were okay.
Joe, you're gonna want to look away. This is Mike Robinson going into 14, now into 15. Oh, and he wheel hops.
One too many dunches.
And it looks like Fozzie Fazillo has another incident, goes around, and he's fallen down the leaderboard overall. P15, 6th in class. Oh! He might be driving a little ticked off.
Just a little bit angry. I mean, I would be too if I, had minor mistakes that just keep piling up.
Well, and that's something you see happen quite a bit, even with these real races that we've been seeing. Joe, one mistake leads into possibly another, and then another, and then another. It really takes a good couple laps to calm down, but when everything just keeps piling on, it feels like you're just going through it all at the same time.
Other than the minor spins here and there, these guys have been actually pretty cordial all day. They've been giving everybody room. The slower class cars have been given away to the prototypes. It's been quite clean. It's the track conditions aren't favoring the setups on these cars. It's like they're not getting enough heat into the tires.
Look at those brake rotors glow on the Hayden Unger car. Heavy braking into turn 2, and those things were lighting up like a Christmas tree. Parker Dime moves into P2 of the GT3s, right on the back bumper. Oh, never mind. Morgan Smith is on his back bumper. I apologize. Some of these cars look alike.
They do actually. I have not seen a driver roster yet, but I'm assuming that, seeing that their cars match, they're probably on the same team.
Yes, I would assume so.
This has been a fun race to watch.
Yes, it has. As we see Jordan Berry trying to close in on Camden Lackney. That's for P6 and 7 in the GT3s. We'll take you down to the GT4s in just a second, as Berry, with a good couple turns on the front stretch, trying to use that draft from the McLaren. Uh-oh. Well, first, I think we're going to have to jump to Mike Robinson again.
I believe he just got a drive-through penalty.
Was he hitting 15 already?
Yeah. He just...
Oh. He
tried mating with
an
an
52. That's Guillermo Parent.
Yeah, he just tried mating with an Audi R8.
Wow. That is a black flag for the 18 LMP2. Well, let's go check on the GT4s. There's Dak in the 17. Looks like a Ford Mustang. Is that the brand new Ford Mustang, Joe?
That looks like the brand new Ford Mustang GT4 car. Yes.
It's pretty. And he's up 2 spots from where he started in just last time by. It was a 1:48.15 with Chris Edwards with a 1:48.10. And then you have Adam Capps third in class with a 1:48.33. Adam Capps is plus 3 spots from where he started this evening. I feel like everybody's running the new Ford. Is literally everybody running the new Ford? No, we got a Porsche. No, that might be a GT3. Yeah, that was a GT3. Yeah. Everybody wants shiny, I guess.
Mustang. 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 We have one BMW in the field. One BMW GT4.
Is he on the track or is he on pit road?
Right now he's agricultural racing. He is in the grass.
Oh. Wow. You know, we jumped on Jackson Quayle, and we see Mike Robinson just not running through people, but making some very aggressive moves coming through the field, Joe.
I should have not said anything.
As let's jump back up towards the front. Dustin Nierhoof with a 2.25 second lead over Dylan Newhard. And then Ethan Reed is just about a half a second back from P2, sitting in third. Then Nate Arlowski right in fourth place, 22 seconds back from the lead.
Look at that. We're gonna start calling him the sniper, because this is the second time that he's done this in broadcast, where he just trucks along and silently makes his way up through the field.
And
I mean, he ended up taking pit stops.
Sorry to cut you off.
To continue on with Nate, he ended up finishing third in that charity race at Lime Rock in the worldwide broadcast from iRacing. He ended up beating out people from Hendrick Motorsports and bigger teams, and yeah, Chad Knaus's team, and
no, he was the one driving.
Was it Chad Knaus driving?
Yes, sir.
No, there was somebody else driving too.
Oh no, he was crew chiefing for the iRacing guy.
Yeah, for the oh crud, I can't think of his name now. But anyways, yeah, there were celebrities in that race, and there were some bigger iRacing teams in there, and Nate somehow was able to avoid getting black flagged, because you could buy black flags in that race and whatever, and he made his way up through the field. And he ended up finishing pretty high. So I mean, congrats to him. He's come a long way in his road racing career.
Yes, he has. But we're currently watching this battle for P2 in the GT3's Parker Dime in the 57, and then the 58. It's Morgan Smith as they go into turn 2, turn 3. Just about a half a second separating the two of them, but that looks a heck of a lot closer than that.
This is a good battle.
Makes me wonder how big of a hole is that an Aston Martin that the Parker Dime is driving?
Yes. Aston Martin, and then the BMW right behind it.
Now it's 0.3 of a second separating the two of them. A really good battle. Let's jump on board with the BMW. Just to watch and see how aggressive this 58 is trying to be. And there's a GT4. That's the 17 of Dak into the final turn. They both make the pass. And away they go down the front stretch. Is he gonna peel out of line? Does Smith make a move going into 2? No, he doesn't. Being very patient, Joe.
The average iRacer probably would have tried to dive it in there, but this is high IQ racing between these two.
Yes, I would say so. I would 100% say so. Oh, it sounds like somebody just went around. Looking for it, looking for it. I don't see it. I heard the tire screech, but nothing populated on my end to see if somebody went around, Joe. Well, we have a battle for P2 going into 1 and 2. Side by side, Ethan Reed is going to take P2 away from Dylan Newhart.
Woo. Great pass.
That was set up from the front stretch all the way, or from turn 15 all the way down into turn 2. They are still battling. Up the hill. Reed in the 22 leaves the door open slightly for the 125 of Newhart as they still fight. Now they're going to start coming down the hill. Heading down towards 11. Gonna make that sharp turn. Heading to 12. Pit road entry is gonna be on their right. TV screen left. Into... There it is right there. And they're both gonna come down pit road?
Nope.
No,
One
just the
got
22.
sugared.
Nearhoof and Newhart still 1-2. Ethan Reed is going to jump in on the 20-minute mark out of a 45-minute race to take his pit stop. Does this bring everybody else in, Joe? Especially if you're an LMP2 driver.
If he's trying to do an undercut, he's probably going to end up picking up at least one spot because he's going to be lighter on fuel later on in the race. But those other guys are going to have fresher tires. There's a car around right there. Did you see that?
I think that was John Holloway. This is heading up towards turn 6. There it is. The Castrol Ford Mustang.
Oh. Just a light slap.
Yeah, that didn't look too bad.
Yeah, just cracked the bumper. It's alright, nothing a little Bondo can't fix.
Joe,
put a couple of drift stitches in it.
Throw your crew chief hat on. And this goes for all 3 of the divisions here. Do you want to pit early and have a possible faster car while everybody else is on the back end of their tire cycle? Or do you want to save that pit stop and have less fuel at the end of the race?
So with the way the track is, right, just, you know, with the track conditions and it being slick, I would rather have more fuel in the car. So I want the weight to help me get the tire temps up. And then as you get the fuel burn off, the temperatures are getting up to their optimal, and then you can really start, you know, throwing your car around. And that goes for all 3 classes, really. If we were, I'd say if it was daylight and we had a little bit grippier track, I'd be going for the undercut. But, you know, with it being night, I probably would have I got it backwards. I'm sorry. I would be going for the overcut, and the if it was daylight out, run the fuel out as long as I could, and then come out and have nice gooey tires. But here at night, you want to do the undercut. My bad, folks. It's Monday. That's my excuse.
As somebody in our YouTube chat just put, 2 first-time leaders. That is correct. Aldo Secklin, the GT3 leader, and Dak. Salka. I'm gonna butcher it. I apologize. If we talk to him for the interview, if he wins his division, I will gladly ask him how to say his last name because I do not like butchering names. Is also leading for the GT4s in that brand new Ford Mustang. He's got a almost 12-second lead over P2 Chris Edwards. Watching Ethan Reed as he took his pit stop on lap number 13. He is just about 36.5 seconds back last time by Joe. Well, we're gonna have to check it this time by when he crosses the start finish line. We still have 2 more turns. I want to see the difference in speed or in the times from before to now. So your race leader, Dustin Neerhoof, last time by a 1:35.36. Ethan Reed crosses the start finish line. He's not faster than our leaders, a 1:35.7. And Dylan Newhart, a 1:34.31. I think that has a lot to do with taking more fuel to get to the end. As Morgan Smith hits pit road for his pit stop. He's going to pit from the 3rd place GT3 position in that BMW. Pit stops could change the outcome, absolutely.
You got that little nifty thing that tells you who's pitted already or not?
Yes, why? Who are you looking for?
I'm looking at the prototype field. The I know the top 3 have yet to pit.
Yep. Neerhoof, Newhart, Orlowski has not pit. Ethan Reed has yet to pit. Fozzie Fazillo has not pit. The only other LMP2 that has pit is Mike Robinson, pit on lap 14, currently in the 12th overall position, 6th in class. As Orlowski's coming to pit road now.
You said Reed pit, right?
Reed did pit on lap 13.
Yeah. These guys are going to come out on low fuel loads, and they're not going to have the sticky tires. Reed's going to be on... If he had the calculations correct, he should be on the same amount of fuel as everybody, and he's going to have nice, gooey tires. I'm just being honest. I actually just went to Reed right now on my screen. I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, there he is on your screen. Let's jump back into the GT3 field. There's the 454 of Jake Mady battling with Jacob Quayle for 9th in class. Oh, opens the door. The Quayle and the Corvette's gonna get by. Jacob McGregor coming to pit road from the 6th GT3 position. Dak in the GT4 is continuing to pull away from Chris Edwards in 2nd of the GT4s, and then Adam Capps is still in that 3rd GT4 position. Uh-oh. Very gonna want to look away. Mike Robinson, another issue. This time going once again into turn number 2. into 3, and he's going to overshoot it.
It's okay.
I guess if you don't wreck the race car, you technically don't have to pay for it then.
I've already paid for it once. I paid my $12 for the race car. We're good.
Joshua Jackson and Hayden Unger for 4th in GT3 class. Josh Jackson has pit on lap 12. They're all chasing Aldo Secklin in class. When do we see Nearhoof, Newhart, and Fazillo come to pit road? That should give Ethan Reed the lead, Joe. It should.
He's 35 seconds back on my screen. It's showing 32 on your relative up there. There's no way those two drivers are gonna be able to get on pit road and get service done and get back out. If they're taking tires, they're, for the lack of a better term, screwed.
Well, the issue I see, Joe, is while Ethan Reed has come to pit road, Nearhoof and Newhart are still running faster lap times by at least a half a second plus.
That's fine. Here's the thing you have to realize. They're lighter fuel load right now. All right. And they're on really warm tires.
Yeah, by the way,
so they're going to be able to.
Anybody's taking tires. I'm looking at some of these pit stop times. We have 13, 12, 9 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. I would say that they're not taking tires. Nate Orlowski had an 11-second stop. Currently watching your leader on your screen coming up the hill towards the dog leg of turn number 1 into 2. That little short shoot between 1 and 2, that's our leader is going to go way wide coming off of 3. And Joe, just like that, we have under 15 minutes remaining in the race. 15 plus 1.
This is going to get entertaining really
Leader
fast.
in the GT4 series on pit road. The only other one yet to pit in the GT4s is coming to pit road right now. Adam Capps. How will this translate? Where will all this shake out with Chris Edwards pitting last lap? Dak is back out on the racetrack. And here comes Adam Capps as well. Chris Edwards coming out of the final turn. Looks like they're going to stay all in line together. Yep, Chris Edwards is going to pass Adam Capps coming off of pit road. There's the gap between the two of them. Hayden Unger now hitting pit road. Dustin Nearhoof and Dylan Newhart still have yet to pit. Fozzie Fazillo with a black flag.
They pinch him on too many instances.
I would assume so. You will have to come serve that soon. And he's coming down pit road now. Uh-oh, Adam Capps with an issue. Last week's winner at Daytona. Oh, you could see him squirrely. is anybody gonna tag him? Gonna try to get going before the BMW gets to him. He's gonna go some agricultural racing. And no damage, maybe a flat spot as he's heading all the way down to turn number 7. Aldo Secklin and Parker Dime both on pit road. The leaders in the GT3 now coming off of pit road. Basically nose to tail. Through 1 and 2 they go. One thing I know our drivers here the minute they get back on the racetrack after pit road, if they have a crew chief or a spotter, the first thing that comes out of our mouth are don't speed and cold tires. We really need to worry about. But if they don't take tires, Joe, is there any sort of cooling from that pit stop?
The tire's heat soaked, so it'll cool down a little bit, but not all the way back down to air temp. It's gonna stay warm.
So they won't go through a full heat cycle. They'll stay warm enough to still have grip when they come off of pit road.
Yeah, you gotta worry about the marbles on the tires coming out, because it's almost like acting like it's on a skating rink. But once you take the first couple of corners, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Fozzie Fazillo coming back onto pit road. This time it's for service. Took the black flag last time by. Nate Arlowski still in that 4th LMP2 position. Ethan Edwards in 3rd. Let's see what happens here as Dustin Neerhoof on pit road and P2 Dylan Newhart as well.
Yep. I got my eyes on 3rd place right now.
Yeah, that would be Ethan Reed.
He's down by a pit entrance right now.
Yeah, he's heading down towards 14 now. And both Dustin Neerhoof and Dylan Newhart are both on exit and back out on the racetrack, Joe.
Wow.
Under 10 minutes to go from Circuito De Navarra. And Dustin Neerhoof absolutely putting it to everybody else in the LMP2s. A 5-second lead over Dylan Newhart.
I figured he would have had made up enough time. That's insane. 27 seconds on pit road total?
Both Dustin Neerhoof 38 seconds and Dylan Newhart 38 seconds.
Ethan Reed had the right strategy. He just couldn't close that gap up.
Well, he could very much be in striking distance to P2 Dylan Newhart. Very much within striking distance. That's only a 3-second gap between the two of them. And closing. I'm really curious to see how close it gets by the time both of them get back towards the start-finish line. Because we're under 3 seconds. Reed is closing, and it's eclipsing very fast. See if I could find the sectors. There it is. Newhart. Yep, hold on. That's the one we want. Newhart and Reed. Mike Campigio has liked the stream. Appreciate
Thanks,
it, pal.
Mike.
7 minutes plus 1 remaining. As it looks like Nate Orlowski with a yellow flag in front of him. That's going to go away. John Holloway with a meatball. Got to go back and take a look at this. Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's
Near-
coming out of 4.
nearly the same incident he had before with just a little bit different spot.
So this time by, Newhart better in Sector 1 and Sector 3, but they trade off. Reed better in 2 and 4. Very close lap times, a 1:34.9 for Newhart. Reed with a 1:34.75. And they both ran faster than our race leader, Dustin Neerhoof. There's Fazillo, 6th overall, 5th in class. Aldo Secklin was just about a 2-second lead over Parker Dime. He's gonna have Secklin's gonna have Fazillo coming up behind him very, very fast. Probably by the time they get to turn 2, I would assume. Already flashing his lights. Oh, not even by the time they get to turn 2. There they go. Through 4 and 5. Your biggest mover of tonight's race from each division. It's going to be second place Dylan Newhart, who's +2 from where he started. The GT3s have a +5. That's Cayman Lackney. He's +5 positions, sitting in that 5th in class. And then Adam Capps in the GT4s is +3, and he's currently sitting in 3rd, 11 seconds back from 2nd, and almost 29 seconds back from the 17 of Dak. We are getting close to the end of it, Joe. Newhart and Reed have separated back to over 3 seconds. And Dustin Neerhoof saw that everybody was getting a little too close. He's been stepping on the loud pedal and said, yeah, I'm just taking this out of contention right now. As Jordan Berry is back on pit road for a black flag. Too many incidents. Scott Hara sitting in the 04. Look at those brake lights glow. Wow.
It is awfully dark at this track.
Yes, it is. And we are under 3 minutes remaining. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe, follow. Glad to have you all here. Next week, Joe, you're going to like this. September 22nd, the Detroit Grand Prix.
At Belle Isle. Let's go.
Yeah, at Belle Isle. And once again, before this race is over, I got a huge shout out to Transcendent Designs for a lot of the graphics that you've seen on this broadcast and some of the paint schemes throughout the race. The LMP2 class is presented by Car Medic, the GT3 class presented by Elite Entertainment, and the GT4 class is presented by WBM Racing. Really, it is, unless something happens to our leaders, road racing, we don't get cautions, but it looks like our leaders have a big enough gap where I don't want to call it just in case something happens, but Nearhoof, Secklin, and Dak, I'm going to ask him how to say his last name because I don't want to keep being rude. With very, very strong leads in their respective class. And Joe, next time by, we should get the white flag. There's overall leader Dustin Nearhoof.
Putting on a great show.
Absolutely, he is. Heading down towards 14. Back up towards 15. The very, very tight right-hander onto the front stretch. Grabbing that white flag. And he's easily a 5, almost 6 second lead over Newhart. Ethan Reed is really going to have to put on a heck of a lap here. He's within almost a second to P2 Newhart. Reed 9/10 separate the two of them. They will have to deal with some traffic here.
Yeah, P3 just got stuck behind a GT4 car.
And that opens it back up to a second gap between the two of them as they climb the hill to 7, the straightaway to 8.
Hold on. I think they just got the white flag.
No, they already got it.
Oh, they got it already?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I know why. The person I'm watching, or the person I'm spotting, wink, nudge, nudge, is 1 lap down. I joined in as a spotter for Robinson.
Of course you did. Can Reed get to Newhart? They won't get to Nearhoof. Nearhoof with 1 turn remaining. Onto the front stretch. The checkered flag goes to Dustin Nearhoof in the LMP2s. The battle was close. Newhart and Reed come home 2nd and 3rd respectively. Aldo Secklin having to go an extra lap with Parker Dime. Here comes the 17 to Dak with a 20-second lead. Aldo does not have to worry about anything. The 666 Ferrari will win his class here at Navarra. Dak wins the GT4s and then wrecks it right afterwards.
I
Through
was
the
gonna say,
final,
oh no.
through the final term, Aldo Secklin goes, and he will win the GT3s. Your race winners: Dustin Neerhuff, Aldo Secklin, and the 17 of Dak in the GT4s. Let's start right away with the overall race winner and the winner of
Wait.
the LMP2s. It's Dustin Neerhuff. Oh boy, that was fun.
Yeah, I would say so. Very interesting track for some multi-class racing, but it definitely was a blast, that's for sure.
So how was it out there? Because we heard some reports of it being very slick, and also how did the night racing play a factor into tonight's event?
I actually didn't really find it very slick at all. The hardest part was just navigating through traffic at night. Finding your apex was a little difficult. I wasn't used to it. I didn't practice it all in the night, but I've raced the night before. It was just different with how tight some of these corners are. It's hard to find your apex. But yeah, definitely just swerving through traffic at night was it was interesting.
Well, brother, after Daytona, you come here and grab the win. We're taking this series to Belle Isle next week. What are your thoughts on how you might do there? A little early, too close to call, but what do you think of Belle
Um,
Isle next week?
yeah, so next week I'm actually gonna be on vacation. I'm not gonna be in state, so I'm not gonna be here for it. I'll definitely be watching the stream. But yeah, I'll be rooting for Dylan and Ethan. Hoping for a good battle there to watch. It'll
Going
be a good
anywhere
one to
good?
watch. Outer Banks.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, great job tonight. Definitely put a butt kicking on the field. Almost a 5 second lead over P2 crossing the line. Enjoy your enjoy your vacation, and we'll talk to you when you get back.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, take care. That's Dustin Neerhuff, everybody. We are currently waiting on the GT3 winner Aldo Secklin or the GT4 winner Dak to come up and come talk to us. We'll give him a couple seconds, but Joe, this race was good, dude.
It was entertaining. Again.
Yeah, I'm liking this more and more the more we do it.
Oh yeah.
And there are
I'm
tracks
having a
that I've
blast.
never, and there's some of these tracks that we're gonna have come up I've never seen before. But it looks like we have Aldo Secklin. Aldo, welcome to the broadcast booth, pal, and congratulations on the GT3 win here this evening.
Thank you, thank you. It was a tough circuit. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it looked like it. It looked like it was a little tough. It also probably didn't help that they decided to shut the lights off around the place and take the sun out of the sim. But how was it out there with the conditions that were given to you this evening?
I knew the first laps were gonna be like the worst, the ones that I have to take care of the guys behind because I know from the last race they were pretty quick. So that's what I tried to do. It worked out, and then just keep it on the road.
And you definitely did that. You had Parker Dime coming up behind you, but once the leader took the checkered flag, you had nothing to worry about. He was stuck behind the race leader. But dude, coming home GT3 winner next week. You go back to the States for Belle Isle, the Detroit Grand Prix. What are we expecting from the 666 Ferrari?
Hopefully finish that one. I know that one is a really tricky one, tough one. Uh, Too
It's a
narrow
tight
probably.
track. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
All right,
need to
Aldo.
practice this.
Well, good race. Really good race to come away with the win. Are there any sponsors you'd like to plug before we let you enjoy this race win tonight?
I guess my wife.
Yeah, that's a very good start.
Yeah.
But thank you, brother. You have a wonderful rest of your night, and we will see you next week in Detroit.
sir. Thank you.
All right, Joe. That was fun. That was good. I don't see Dak at all. But let's close up the shop, and we will see everybody at Detroit next week. Should be fun. I know Joe loves
Right.
Belle Isle.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. I love that track. It's just sad that they don't race there anymore, and in real life they gotta run that goofy circuit downtown. But if anybody's ever been to Belle Isle, you understand why.
Isn't it
But
like a pain in the butt to get in and out of?
one bridge in and out.
Oof. That sounds like it could be a pain in the
Yeah.
butt.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Take care. We will see you on the next broadcast next Monday. See you later, everybody.
Deuces.